The Reolink Video Doorbell 2nd Gen might be one of the best value smart doorbells you can buy right now because it gives you features that many brands still charge a monthly subscription for. Things like AI person and package detection, local storage, flexible battery or wired installation, and even 24/7 recording supports, all without forcing you into another monthly bill. Honestly, that's what immediately caught my attention. But after looking deeper, I also found one compromise that could completely change whether this is the right doorbell for your home. Now, one of the biggest reasons I think this doorbell is actually worth buying is because Reolink focused on solving real everyday problems instead of simply adding bigger numbers on a spec sheet. Take the camera, for example. Most companies want you to notice the resolution first. 2K, 4K, HDR, night vision, those specs definitely matter.
But honestly, I don't think they're the biggest reason to buy this doorbell. What actually makes a difference is the one-to-one head-to-toe view, because when someone rings your doorbell, you're not just trying to see their face. You also want to know if they left a package, if they're carrying something, or if there's anything sitting right outside your front door. That's where many traditional video doorbells still fall short. Their wide camera view often captures the visitor, but completely misses the package sitting on the ground. Reolink solves that problem with its 150-degree by 150-degree head-to-toe view, allowing you to see both the visitor and the package area in a single frame. To me, that's a much smarter improvement than simply chasing a higher resolution. And thankfully, the image quality backs it up. You get a 2K 4-megapixel camera, HDR for handling difficult lighting, and infrared night vision for clear visibility after dark. In daylight, it's easy to recognize who's standing at your door. HDR helps when one side of your entrance is bright while the other sits in shadow. And thanks to the head-to-toe view, you're far less likely to miss a package sitting right below the camera. In other words, it doesn't just produce a better-looking image, it shows you the information that actually matters. And that's exactly why I think this doorbell adds real value instead of just better-looking specifications. But the camera is only part of why I think this doorbell is worth buying. What really makes it stand out is everything Reolink gives you without asking for another monthly subscription.
And honestly, that's becoming surprisingly rare these days. With a lot of smart doorbells, buying the hardware is only the first expense. If you want AI detection, cloud recordings, package alerts, or even basic smart features, you're often expected to pay another monthly subscription. Over time, those monthly fees can easily cost more than the doorbell itself. Reolink takes a very different approach. Right out of the box, you get AI detection for people, packages, vehicles, and animals without paying another monthly fee. And that makes a real difference in everyday use. If a package arrives, you'll know. If someone walks up to your front door, you'll know. If a car pulls into your driveway, you'll know. And because the AI can actually tell the difference between those events, you're far less likely to be distracted by alerts that don't matter. To me, that's one of the biggest reasons this doorbell feels genuinely smart instead of simply feeling busy. Another thing I really like is that your recordings stay under your control. You can save footage locally using a micro SD card up to 512 gigabytes, or store it through a Reolink Home Hub, NVR, or FTP server. That means you're not forced to pay every month just to access videos that belong to you. And that's a huge long-term advantage, because you're not only saving money on day one, you're saving money every single month after that. Over the next few years, those savings can easily become more valuable than a lower purchase price. To me, that's what makes this doorbell such a good value. Not because it's the cheapest, but because it keeps costing you less long after you've bought it. Of course, saving money alone isn't enough. If the doorbell isn't convenient to use every day, none of those savings really matter. So the next thing I wanted to know was whether using it every day is just as good as its feature list suggests. Of course, none of those features matter if the doorbell becomes annoying to use every day. Thankfully, that wasn't the case here. One thing I immediately liked is that Reolink gives you a choice instead of forcing you into a single setup. If your home doesn't already have doorbell wiring, you can install it wirelessly using the built-in rechargeable battery. According to Reolink, a single charge can last for up to 10 months under typical use, depending on your recording settings and daily activity. For most homeowners, that means you install it and then simply stop thinking about it. But if your home already has compatible doorbell wiring, you can switch to wired power instead. That unlocks continuous power, 24/7 recording, and pre-recording, so the camera can even capture what happened just before a motion event was triggered. Personally,
I like having both options because every home is different, and it's nice that Reolink doesn't force you to change your setup just to use its product. Connection quality is another area where it performs well. With support for both 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz dual-band Wi-Fi, the live view opens quickly, notifications arrive faster, and talking to someone at your front door feels much more responsive. The app is also refreshingly simple. Whether you're at work, away on vacation, or just upstairs, you can instantly see who's outside, speak to visitors through two-way audio, or send a preset voice reply without opening the door yourself. None of these features are revolutionary on their own, but when you put them all together, flexible installation, long battery life, reliable Wi-Fi, fast live view, and an easy-to-use app, the whole experience feels polished. And that's exactly what I expect from a smart doorbell that's supposed to make life easier instead of adding another thing to worry about. But while almost everything worked the way I'd hoped, there was still one compromise that stopped me from calling this a perfect recommendation. Whether you're at work, on vacation, or simply upstairs, you can open the app, instantly see who's outside, talk to them in real time, or even send a preset reply without opening the door. It's one of those features that doesn't sound like a big deal at first, but once you start using it, you quickly realize how convenient it actually is. Up to this point, everything I had seen was pointing toward one conclusion. This felt like an easy recommendation, but before I say it's worth buying, there's one limitation you should know about. If you want true 24/7 continuous recording, you'll need to install the doorbell using compatible wired power. In battery mode, it's designed to record motion events instead of recording continuously, which is exactly how Reolink balances battery life. There's also one more thing worth knowing. If your home uses a traditional mechanical doorbell chime, you may need an additional compatible accessory for full compatibility. Now, honestly, for many people, neither of these will be a deal breaker. But if uninterrupted recording is your highest priority, or you expect everything to work with your existing chime right out of the box, it's something you should check before buying. And that's really the only compromise that made me stop before recommending it to absolutely everyone. So after looking at everything, do I think the Reolink Video Doorbell 2nd Gen is worth buying in 2026? For most homeowners, absolutely. It solves real, everyday problems, avoids unnecessary monthly subscription fees, and includes features that many competing brands still reserve for their more expensive models. Is it perfect? No, but at this price, I think it's one of the easiest smart doorbells to recommend. If this review helped you make a better buying decision, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more honest tech reviews. And let me know down in the comments, would you choose the Reolink Video Doorbell 2nd Gen, or would you still go with Ring or Blink? I'd love to hear your thoughts.